sir. What's good with y'all? Let me let everybody know that we outside. Yes, sir. It's a lot going on, a lot of topics we're gonna cover real quick. We're gonna have some fun. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. Let me talk to the people real quick on Twitter. What else we got going on? Intake 4. We got Remy. We got Eazy. We got Rosenberg. We got Hitman. We got what else we on right now? We got Big K. We got Tay Roc. Jesus, yeah. Get a little tweet out. Happy afternoon, everybody. Let me jump to the comments real quick. What's up with y'all? Yeah, happy Friday. I see you. Don Philly, the ball 215. I see you, Detroit, in this mother. I see you. Darren Love from Scotland. I see you. The Ghost says RBE outside. I see you. Appreciate everybody, man. Oh shit, let me cut my light on. Hold on. I'm messing my production up, man. There we go. I didn't have my light on. What's up with y'all, man? Good afternoon. Happy Friday. How's everybody feeling? I'm here rocking with y'all. We're gonna hang out for a couple. I got a bunch of topics to cover. We're gonna talk about Goodz versus Cal. I saw some shit just now online that kind of heated things up again. We're gonna talk about intake 4 real quick. I'm gonna touch on Eazy The Block and Rem. I'll touch on that. Something interesting I want to say, a perspective that I feel just hasn't something I feel like I shouldn't say a perspective, just something I feel like hasn't been said. I want to say about all that controversy and viral nature of what's going on with that. I want to talk about Rosenberg and Eazy The Block's podcast. I want to talk about Hitman Holla, that post that he put up, that bomb he dropped on social media yesterday. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Big K. And I'm gonna close out with something that I want to say about Stephen A. Smith. I want to tell you how I feel about Stephen A. Smith when we get to the very end of this. All right. So yes, Playboy Princess, I appreciate that. You're right. Smash that like button. I don't really got nothing to say. I see in the comments, Geechee Gotti. Y'all stupid. Geechee Gotti. Yeah, I don't got nothing to say about Geechee Gotti in this particular blog. No, shout out to Geechee. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got on my Mr. Temperature check sweater. So shout out to Mr. Temp and all that coming through. I saw him at Max Out 3. He was in the building. He gave me the matching hat too. I don't got the matching hat on, but I got the matching hat on, if you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, so shout out to Temp, you know what I mean, looking out for your boy, throwing me a nice little hoodie and everything like that at Max Out 3. Everybody that gives me merch, I'll be wearing it in my regular life. I'll fuck around and go to the supermarket real quick, rocking your hoodie, rocking your t-shirt. Don't everybody jump in my DMs right now and say, yo, AR, what's your P.O. box? I got some merch to send you. You know what I'm saying? I show love, but I'm not y'all walking billboards. Most of y'all, especially the people I fuck with, and I see support RBE, and I know for sure, like, oh no, he been outside and he really been blogging, or he really been supporting or tweeting, or even just showing genuine energy towards myself or RBE. Like, nah, I show it back. I go to the supermarket later on, rocking my man Temp shit. It is what it is. I'm chilling, man. It's regular shit. But yeah, man, it's Friday. So battle rap this year was fucked up. I guess people. Well, let me rephrase that. It was being dominated by bullshit. Then we got to the spring. Even though I feel like RBE was definitely, we did Hollow versus Ill Will this early this year, right? That was a Blue Room card. That was Divide and Conquer Part 1. That's a battle of the year contender. Hollow versus Will. That card was me, and then that card had Big K versus A Ward, and the list goes on and all that. You know what I'm saying? So the early this year, you guys were getting good content, and not just from RBE, from a bunch of people, a bunch of platforms. But there was a lot of people that was just like, yo, this is trash right now. We just It's all bullshit. I had people texting me like, "Yo, are you on vacation? You're not on Twitter. Are you retired? Are you? Did you? Where are you, man? Come help." Well, that's actually me rephrasing it, being humble. People would texting me, "Yo, come save battle." I'll keep it like, shout out to my nigga Swave. I ain't gonna. He said it on camera. He said, "Nah, then my nigga ARP came with the cape on. Boom, max out 3." But there was a lot. It was a lot, man. You got max out 3. We set it off. You know, fuck who got what date outside, or who's waiting to see what dates is gonna drop or whatever. We never been like that. Here y'all go. We outside. Let's work. Saw GTX. You saw Summer Madness. You got the Geechee and the Eazy announcement. Um, who else? Bullpen continued to work. Battle Academy continued to work. Um, I feel like I'm missing like a major card that came out in the midst of all of this. But anyway, y'all get my point. And now you see Blackout getting promoted. So this fall and winter, you got Max Out 3 continuing to. We're gonna give y'all like every week. Every week we giving y'all a drop. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Greg Williams. Yeah, we got a bunch of topics we're gonna go over today. I got you. But yeah, every week, giving y'all every Friday, every Thursday, whatever. Last week we did Thursday because I didn't want to have nothing on top of Rem's face offs. Shout out to Chrome 23. But yeah, so you're getting all this max out, roll out, hundreds of thousands of views every week on the channel from blogs and battles we dropping for y'all. I'm gonna talk real quick about another card that we got coming up weeks from now, a couple weeks from now. Glance touch on that real quick. Other people still moving, things going on. So got Mook coming up, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, things picked up good. And but right now we're dominating right back into fucking talk over rap again and controversy. But at least it comes out of rap and battle rap shit. You know what I'm saying? But Jesus Christ. Remember what I had conversations before. I spoke about the low ceilings of battle rap. I say that plenty of times in many different examples and many topics I've discussed. And you see in the viral nature of Geechee's third round is like a reminder of where battle rap is at times for many battlers. There's a handful of battle rappers that are really known like that everywhere, that really, really carry it like that. And you see that. Like when I see, like, let's say DJ Academics, and he barely knows who he's looking at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who this or whose company is this? Or is it like we all know like, that's Chrome 23 or no, that's Eazy The Block Captain. And that's Geezy. I'm seeing people that don't even know who's who or what's what or what platform this is. I see DJ Ghost do one, and he's like, oh, imagine if Remy was there. Like, oh, wait a minute, is that Remy in the background? We know it's her league. Yeah, she's standing right there. She's a host. But it's like people don't fucking know. It's just like that's a different perspective for me. It's like a reminder. Like we got our own little thing. Not little, you know, but fuck it, little. We got our own little thing, battle rap. It's own little sub industry. You know what I mean? Like to continue to crash these ceilings where we could raise pay-per-views and have big arenas and have multiple stars and rich battle rappers and all that type of shit. We're not there. We're not. I listened to Verb in the Spaces today. You know what? I'll save the Verb in the Spaces for when I get to that topic about Hitman's post. But man, it's just like that's just one thing that just reminds me about all this stuff. When I'm seeing so many people react, I'm like, they don't even know who's who or what they're looking at or the situations. Like, but it is what it is. Okay. First topic I want to jump to real quick. Calicoe versus Goodz will be dropping today. I keep telling y'all, man. Hold on. I keep saying, man, like this week's Invisalign is giving me a lisp. I think I've been talking about my Invisalign for like 11 months. I got like 3 more weeks and I'm done. I think I said it when I was interviewing on Hip Hop Is Real, and I saw a comment. Somebody said, I didn't know ARP had fake teeth. That's because I don't have fake teeth. I don't have any, what do they call them shits where people do or whatever. I've had good teeth since I was a kid. When I was in 5th grade, moms took care of your boy, got me braces. You know what I'm saying? I was in 4th, 5th grade with braces. Got it out nice and early. It's just now my older years, my teeth start to shift again a little bit. So I took care of that with Invisalign. That's it. Simple. Boom, 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 boom. but you change it every week. And this week's just give me a fucking list. But I don't got bad reviews about Invisalign. They can do some pretty good corrections for you, and people won't even really know you got them in. Like you can't see them; they're invisible. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta take them out when you eat and shit, and that's annoying. It's like damn, like 8, 9, 10 months of having to take these shits out every time I want to eat whatever. That's annoying. But anyway, um, Goodz versus Calicoe. I love the promotion, the talk, and the battlers being engaged after. I've always said there's 3 wars: before, on stage, and after. I used to have this conversation with a bunch of battlers. I used to feel like Serious Jones was one of the guys that was good at that, whether he knew it, good at that, whether he knew he was doing it or not. Serious Jones is going to talk his shit before. He's going to get on stage, talk his shit. And after the battle, if there's some controversy or whatever, like when he battled Jims, like I remember all the interviews that that Serious Jones was doing, talking about the paperwork that he pulled out of his pocket while he was battling Jims. Go watch the battle if anybody forgets it. It's an old battle, so I'm talking some RBE throwback shit. But Serious Jones is outside, like talking and making his rounds and all that. And that within itself is your narrative, your war, post war. It's all of that. It's 3 wars, man, because some of this shit is psychological. People sway fans. They put their narratives down because we don't got judges. You know what I'm saying? So this Calicoe and Good shit is dope. These 2 battlers have talked about their matchup the most post Max Out 3. Probably because everybody else was just happy about how it ended. You know what I'm saying? But Goodz and Calicoe is like this. You know what I'm saying? So that's dropping today at 6 p.m. Eastern. Like less than 5 hours from now. It's going to premiere on the RBE channel. And for those that are out the loop, there's an angle that one of the battlers said in that battle that has painted a picture and even made some bloggers and some fans start to use to determine or pick their winners or losers. You could pick it based on lyricism. You could pick it based on who you just think is better overall. You could pick it based on angles. It's all that comes with it. It's a battle. You know what I'm saying? All that shit comes with it. But I'm not acting blind at all because this is what the battlers are doing, and it's dope. I saw Calicoe in Spaces arguing with Head Ice. I thought that shit was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? And then Calicoe turns around and drops a diss song, dissing hip hop. I feel like Hip Hop Is Real might have been the people to shoot the diss video where they talk about fuck Hip Hop Is Real in the diss song. He's dissing fucking Norbs and he's dissing Head Ice. When Calicoe driving around shooting a music video about his battle. It don't get no better than that once a battle is done and the battle is already paid and all this type of shit. That's dope. Shout out to these guys, man. I need that track that Hip Hop Is Real be playing on some of the front of their videos, that cow track. Y'all put it in the comments if y'all know the name to that or the link if y'all got it. I need, you know that if they kill me, put a kilo on my headphone. Choppers coming out the closet, Luther Vandross. Niggas wearing them fake rollies, cut his hand off. Damn. I took a trip and I'm the man. I'm the man now. That shit. I didn't watch so much Hip Hop Is Real. I started to remember the fucking lyrics to that shit. But that shit go. Cal's always had good music. That shit go. I need that. I need the link to that. Put that on my gym playlist. But there was an angle that came out of that battle. And just now, before I came on my live, I saw Goodz drop the blog relevant to the angles in that battle. And very, very interesting blog. Very interesting blog. Goodz is painting his own narrative and his own, I guess, request of the battle rap culture is a good way to put it. He's talking his own shit about, like, I feel like this is how things should be done. I'll tell y'all, I'll keep it real with y'all, man. I shot I watched the blog like 20 minutes ago and I shot Calicoe a text. And I wish I could read to you what Calicoe texted me back. I won't. I'm staying back here like this. And I'm just, because they got their own war right now. I ain't getting involved in that. I ain't swaying nothing. Shout out to those 2 guys. But I'm curious now to see if this creates a back and forth with the bloggers or the fans. If Calicoe and Goodz, the stuff that they've been doing after the battle, is changing your winner in any way. I'm curious to see that. And if you haven't seen it, well, a lot of y'all haven't seen it. Y'all are about to see it today at 6 p.m. And the reason why I know a lot of y'all about to see it is because if the viewership of the battles did what, people was able to see on pay-per-view or VOD or even fucking bootlegs, then I would be a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like these battles, A Verb and A War dropped and did like 220,000 views in one day on YouTube. You gotta try to tell me that all of those people saw the pay-per-view or the VOD or a clip of the whole battle wasn't even or a bootleg? Fuck no. Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and that's why I'm not even saying who said what are the angles, because I feel like there's still gonna be a lot of people that's gonna see these 3 rounds from both Goodz and Calicoe, and everything in the battle be new for them. You know what I'm saying? So that's even why I'm being a little reserved right now. So y'all tune in at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Eastern. Head over to Hip Hop Is Real. Go YouTube, search Calicoe and Head Ice and Spaces. Go to Goodz channel. He got a new blog that dropped, and you'll start to get in the loop of what Calicoe and Goodz is on behind it. Well, I shouldn't say behind the scenes. What they've been on ever since the battle dropped. It's a whole nother subplot to the battle, which is dope. So if you guys got a whole nother angle to go on when you guys are talking about this battle or judging the battle or feeling about the battle or whatever, that's dope that Calicoe and Goodz did that. So y'all get in tune if y'all are out the loop. And if you are, enjoy the battle, full edit, new angles, new footage, new graphics, new intro, out, all that type of shit. 6 p.m. Eastern. I'll see y'all there today, Calicoe and Goodz. All right. Also, real quick, too, I do want to mention to y'all, go to rarebreedent.com and cop either your tickets to be in the building or your VOD for the intake 4 card. So if you've been paying attention to RBE in 2023, not only have we been heavy on this Blue Room shit. You saw Divide and Conquer 1, Hollow and Will, and A Ward versus Big K. You saw Divide and Conquer 2, Big K versus Murder Mook, and you saw Max Out 3. But between those cards, we've been doing intake cards, intake series ran by Lawrence and Winged. And some of these intake battlers are being snatched right off of an intake card and being put right on the very next big main viewership, main stage, Blue Room, whatever you want to call it, card. You got somebody that can be snatched off an intake card in between those big cards and go straight to Max Out 3. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see Blue Room battles for people. You got everybody talking about getting on a Blue Room battle, right? You got some of the biggest battle rappers in the world. I just got off the fucking phone with Lux yesterday, okay? Yeah, I just said it, all right? And everybody's ready for their Blue Room debut. Yet, you got people that you may not have even heard of yet. They got a Blue Room battle already. You can go pull up on YouTube right now, Profilini in a Blue Room, K Venom in a Blue Room. And not new to me, but some of y'all may be a J Breed in a Blue Room, a Zay in a Blue Room, a Sino Savvy in a Blue Room. Some of these guys didn't come off of the intake cards, but they're either bricks that have been with us, for a year plus. You know what I'm saying? Been on brick by brick cards or came right out of the intakes. Like K Venom came right out and Profilini came right out of the intakes, right into a Blue Room battle. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's going down. It's a 2-day event. We rarely do 2-day events, but Lawrence and Wing, they wanted to break this one up because I believe it's 24 battles. 6, hold on, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Did I just count 22? I believe it's either 21 or 22 battles I'm looking at on this flyer. So October 14th and October 15th, y'all, 2-day event. It's in Hampton, VA. If you're in the area, want to get to the area, October 14th and October 15th, go to rarebreedent.com, copy your VOD or get a ticket to be in the building. It's available Cash App right now. It will be shot by Ruin Your Day. If you notice, that was a decision that I made quite some time. Actually, I spoke about that. I made that decision after the card that had Bill Collector versus Swave Sever. And if we didn't drop it yet, then I'm gonna drop it. I thought I was gonna drop it early this year. Maybe I pushed it back because I didn't want to step on anything Rosenberg Raw had going on, possibly. But Clone versus Rosenberg, that might be like the only battle that I have that's unreleased. It's not unreleased because of Raw. It's not unreleased because of Clone. the shooting of it is pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? And that was the last straw where I said that no matter where the event is, no matter who's on the card, no matter how the card was constructed, no matter the budget of the card, Ruin Your Day will be shooting it. Um, yeah, that reminds me. I'm gonna drop Clone versus Rosenberg Raw. Fuck around like the next week or two. I just gotta find the footage and I'll get that out for y'all. But yeah, so the intakes October 14th, October 15th, Hampton, VA, be in the building. It's like 21 or 22 battles. Um, some dope notable battles that's on here. The No Way Out one-offs. You got Caution versus Calf on there. So welcome back, Caution. Good to see Caution make her way back to RBE. You got Raw Image versus Sniper. Raw Image had a dope performance versus Caution this year. And I think Raw Image took a little jump up from that. Sniper, he's one of my favorite guys coming up right now, too. Sniper had a goodie in the Blue Room versus Jay Slash. Go check that out if y'all haven't seen that. Profilini versus Steve Staples is on this one. So Steve Staples has been around for years. Profilini is coming back again. Blade Montana versus 6'8". Will Major versus Peaches. Oh, okay. Peaches. I mean, Will Major, don't let Peaches bully you. Riddick versus I like this. Y'all got a lot, like 22 battles. So it's gonna be a lot that y'all gonna get for y'all money. Go get your ticket to get your VOD, y'all. October 14th, October 15th, 2-day event, Hampton, VA. It's dope. Shout out once again to Lawrence and Wing. I will be fully in tune to see if somebody needs to get grabbed straight from that to Max Out 4, Divide and Conquer 3, or whatever the fuck RBE got going on. You never know. You never know. All right. Here's something that I want to say about all this Eazy and Rem controversy. Now, when I did my recap of the full event, I said in the recap, I said, part of me wasn't even gonna recap it because I fuck with all three of these folks so much, and I felt like what I had just come off the stream watching was so controversial that sometimes when you speak on controversial things, it can hurt the people that you might fuck with. So I was just like, the night of when I watched that shit, I was just like, I ain't recapping this shit, right? And then I ended up recapping it because I told myself I'm just gonna be very respectful. I'm gonna stay away from, any trying to conclude what's what or whatever. I'm just gonna keep it mostly about the battle, which I did. Keep it respectful, and I left it like I did that. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward now, we see how viral this third round is. I mean, whether it's Tasha K, whether it's academics, whether it's fucking DJ Ghost, whether it's I saw Whack 100, I think in Clubhouse or something talking about. Oh, damn, it's just like World Star but I guess I'm sure Geechee knew that. You know what I'm saying? When he was writing it. You know what I mean? Same way Big K told me that when he was writing his his first round for Adi Boom, he said this is going to World Star. He knew it when he was writing it. I'm pretty sure Geechee knew the same. This is gonna go out there, considering the people involved, considering my ability, considering the way I'm crafting this, and all that type of stuff. And yeah, if that was the plan or part of the plan, yeah. But here's something I want to say about all this controversy tied to Geechee Gotti, Eazy The Block Captain, and Remy Ma that I feel like nobody is saying. You have to practice this in life. 50 Cent talked about it one time, and he kind of popularized it, but it's a way of moving that people sometimes forget. 50 Cent was one time asked on camera, what's your thoughts about, I think, Little Baby, not Little Baby, Baby and Lil Wayne, having their fallout and their issues. And 50 Cent, he says, I ain't answering. I ain't getting that because you know what's going to happen? One day they're going to fuck around, come back together. And then anybody that had an opinion, anybody that spoke sideways, they're going to be able to look at them a certain way. If I'm fighting with my brother and you pick a side, you better be smart enough to know that there's a high probability that two brothers are going to come back together one day. It's a high probability. You know what I'm saying? Like people that just have a strong type of bond like that, it's a high probability. So don't pick a side or be careful picking a side. And if you do have a side that you pick, keep that shit to your fucking self, or definitely keep that shit private, is the point that I'm making. Because when I look at this whole Rem and Eazy thing, I see a lot of people now using the opportunity to spin on Eazy. I'm keeping it 1,000. I'm keeping it 1,000. People sometimes they just can't wait. Like these. Oh, I almost said this fucking faggot's name. I'm glad I didn't. Fuck niggas like him, like that faggot ass nigga, that old faggot ass nigga. Like they would just stand in line and hold their breath for years, waiting for the opportunity to say like, oh, you failed at something, or you made a mistake, or you slipped. And that's the world. That's the world. They would just sit there forever. And Eazy, you know, everybody gets a run. And I'm not trying to say like there's other battlers that's still dominating their part of the culture as well during this time. But you're talking about Eazy in a sense where people saying you're undefeated, or you're not getting any clear losses. You see the blogger saying, I don't know who's gonna beat this guy. Maybe Clips, maybe I don't know. He seems unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like when you win so much, I'm not saying nothing new to y'all. Everybody knows this. When you win so much in life, in the public, in front of people, you are going to have a million people that's just sitting there, just waiting, just is this my chance? Oh, no, no, not yet. Nah, that's a debatable. Is this my chance? Oh, no, damn it, he won. Is this my chance? Ah, I got him outside. It's fucking disgusting. It's a weak attribute. It's a bitch nigga, weak sucker nigga, faggot at. It's scum of the earth tendencies. It's really hating of all hating. And the word hating is so fucking watered down. Stick with me. I'm not defending nobody. I'm just speaking some real shit right now. It's like the word hating is so watered down. I said this plenty of times before too. I say everybody got some jealousy in them. Everybody. It's just about what level does yours operate at. Stay with me. If you can't wait to see somebody fall and they ain't did nothing to you, they don't fuck with you, they don't talk to you, they ain't in your lane, they ain't in your space, they ain't doing nothing that steps on your toes year round, you just can't wait to see them fall. That's really, 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 or see them slip, or see them lose something, or you want something that they've earned and you just don't want them to have it. Like you're a 10, you're a hater. When it comes to jealousy, you're a 10 out of 10. You're a fucking hater. But you could have jealousy at like a 1 level. I got jealousy at like a 1 or a 2 level. You know what my jealousy interprets to? Motivation. One of my boys come around me the wrong way with some shit, like Dop called me and be like, "Yo, I just closed on another crib. I just spoke to you last week. You was closing on a crib. It's the same one we talk about. No, 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 no. This is 7 days later. This is a different one. Oh no, I'm jealous. I'm outside tomorrow. Thank you for the motivation. I'm outside tomorrow. I'm in the field tomorrow. Let me catch up. That's my level of jealousy. My level of jealousy is that it's energy that came from somebody else doing something that I want to do as well, but I don't want it to leave that person. I don't want that person not to have it. I don't want that person to fail at what he's doing. I want to take that and put it on my shoulders. I'm jealous of you just did two in 7 days. Nah, I'm motivated. That's bottom level jealousy, motivation to me. 10, you're a fucking sucker and a hater, deaf to you. I take that back. You don't need to die. But oh my God, I have such a disdain that it just I get like sometimes I feel that way, that type of energy towards them type of niggas. They don't belong. They don't belong around nobody real. Suckers stick with suckers. Birds of a feather truly do flock together. Suckers stick together. Don't come nowhere near real ones. If you were just a flat out real bitch nigga ass hater. If you see haters in the comments or haters on social media or haters on Twitter, block them. Or call them out. In the comments, you can't block them because it's not your. Just call them out like, yo, what you just say? You hating. We disregarding you. You a hater. You know what I'm saying? Now let's get back to Eazy. I feel like just a lot of people were waiting for an opportunity to get at that man. Now Eazy, you got some cockiness to you. Algorithm ball, I'm number one in the world, this and that, yada yada yada. You ate it a little bit. Keep it 1,000. You ate some of this shit. You know, little cockiness, over arrogance to you a little bit. Sometimes that can be interpreted by people. But yeah, y'all are really waiting. Like, and like I used earlier with the example of like Lil Wayne and Baby, when 50 Cent answered that shit perfectly on camera when he was asked about it, because all they was looking for was a headline. Let me ask this big ass mogul 50 Cent on his opinion on Lil Wayne and Baby. I'm gonna get a beautiful sound bite, some great content, upload that. Title says 50 Cent says Baby is a bitch nigga for holding back Lil Wayne's next album. That's probably what they're looking for. He handled it perfectly. But it's a character trait that he also taught in that moment that should be with a lot of people. And what I'm really trying to say is Rem is still Rem. Easy still easy. If they come out and they say some shit that makes a lot of sense, don't jump on their dick talking about, yo, can I get a chrome plate? Easy come out here, catch a body and all that type of shit. Don't jump on a dick talking, oh, you the best battle rapper or whatever. Be careful. Be careful. And like I said, I don't care about right, wrong, your business, that person, all that type of shit. Care about that. I just speak out when I see wave riding. That's the only thing that gets me a little bit. That's really what this whole topic. I'm just using Eazy and Rem to talk about one of my disgusts of wave riding. When I feel like people waiting in the wings for something. When it's your turn to get attacked because you really did some shit and you deserve it, so be it. But I see a lot of like, oh, it's time. Yes. That shit is corny as shit. I haven't seen that said yet. Come back and bounce back in certain respects where everybody's just like, oh, yes, now. Nah, nigga. I already took notes. I know who you are now. I done heard what you said. I done seen you play with me for clicks. Nah, I ain't picking up the phone for you no more. Nah, I can't do this for you no more. Blah, blah. You're a clown. I'm the same way. Man. Bloggers talk shit because they think it's time to play with RBE or play with ARP. And you text me a couple days ago, like, yo, what's up? Why you got me blocked? What's up, man? You text my personal phone. I'm just like, yeah, I don't fuck with you behind the way I've been seeing you act. Oh, LOL. Yeah, get off my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing. I'm trying to warn y'all. This is what y'all do. Y'all pick y'all moments to say, like, oh, they down? Let me jump on a train. And then when you think somebody up, you jump on a dick. Text no nigga talking about why you blocked me. If you blocked, you blocked. Oh, you begging. Like, nigga don't want to talk to you. You don't want you around them. That's what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep a distance from me. So just stay over there. I'm good. I don't want your energy. That's what that means. You running around talking about why you blocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gay. Yeah, I mean? And this is what I'm saying. It all bleeds into the same topic to me of like, when you could watch somebody just switch, don't go from not fucking with me to fucking with me in 5 days. You know what I'm saying? And I'm warning y'all. I'm warning y'all. Some of y'all is just, hot topic. I get it. But be careful how you do people when you feel like they down. There's a difference between like, oh no, I'm just keeping it real, cameras on, I'm speaking my piece versus like trying to kick somebody when they down. You wouldn't like it when it was you. I've been there. I've been up. Some people might look at RBE right now, like, oh, y'all got it. Y'all, you look at the memes I'm getting and shit. Like, I'm getting the juice shit. You got the juice now. I don't jump into that suit like that. Like, I'm cool. I appreciate it, but I've been saying it for years. Let me slip on something. Y'all will spin so fast. Y'all will forget about all the credit that I built up. Y'all will forget, like, oh, nah, this nigga been scoring 50 all year, or he been putting money in the bank all year, or he been stacking chips all year. And then he lost this one bet right here. And you think now he broke? Like, it's all metaphorically that I'm speaking. It's like, that's how they do you. And people that move like that, keep them from me. And I'm watching y'all move like that. And I'm just like, that's an angle that nobody's saying right now. And I see it coming. It could be a week from now, a month from now, 3 months from now. People just don't forget. Let that be a warning when you treat people like that, because you feel like you don't need them for the moment, or you don't fuck with them for the moment, but then you want to spin back on them later. This is a life lesson, y'all. It's a life lesson, man. If you move like that, You can never be trusted. Ever. Ever be trusted. Hold me down through my good and my bad. Don't take opportunities on me. That's sucker shit. That's sucker shit. Next topic. I'll keep this one short. I'm gonna keep this one short and hopefully inspirational. Um, it's not good to see that the Eazy The Block Captain and Rosenberg Raw podcast is over. Me as a fan, me as somebody that rocks with both of these guys, me and Eazy has definitely gotten cool over like the last year and a half. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got cool. Phone call away from each other. Me and Raw is past battle rap. Like that's my homie past battle rap. I've known him since 2013 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I know both parties well enough for me to be like, damn, that sucks. And I could have that at a personal level. Like, damn, that sucks. Like from an entertainment and a fan standpoint, the chemistry of those two guys look like one of the best podcasts that would come out of battle rap. It really did. It was looking like one of the best podcasts that would come out of battle rap. I would love to sit up here with a partner that I got a lot of chemistry with and energy that we could just boom, boom, ping pong shit off of each other where it's just like, oh, nah, that'd be dope. I just don't want to have to rely on anybody's schedule. I've built up a following over the years. I was a blogger before I was a league owner. You know what I'm saying? And people fuck with the fact that I keep it 100 with y'all and I just talk my shit. So I'm here solo. I don't want to have to wait to address some shit and I got to wait till I can link with somebody at a mutual location, whatever. When you got that type of setup, lifestyle wise, scheduling wise, podcast wise, go for it. Dope. I definitely don't come up here, do nothing on this channel, or be relating for a living. So I can't commit to that. But when I can see two people of stature, of credibility, of strong reputation from this culture and be entertaining and seeing that they were stepping outside of battle rap with their topics, that was a lot of potential that podcast has or had, either one. And I never spoke to Eazy about the podcast because it's not, I'm not going to call Eazy. Like I said, me and Eazy got cool over like the last year and a half. So I'm not going to call him and challenge him. Like, yo, what's up? What y'all doing? Like, nah, I'm not going to do the same way. He shouldn't call me about that type of stuff if he feels like it's involving somebody that's close to me like that. We cool enough to like, yo, what's up, man? Everything cool? You know what I'm saying? Exchange, boom, boom, boom. It's my guy. I fuck with Eazy. But I wouldn't call him and try to like check him or nothing. That's his business. You know what I'm saying? So I never heard his side, but I did hear Rosenberg's side. And it's not even for me to sit up here and speak about that publicly neither. But I heard about this for a while now. So I do back that for Raw when Raw, is out here like, nah, this ain't not. I know some of y'all just getting wind of this when I said something live the other day. It's definitely not new. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't say nothing because it wasn't my business to say. It wasn't my place to say. But I heard Rosenberg Raw's side a while ago. And I will say, there's always three sides to a story, but I would hope that y'all didn't end because of those things, those situations. And if there's room for y'all to put that podcast back together, I would love to see that. Sometimes people just need a middle ground or middle entities. There's so much pride in. If you wrong me and I know you wrong me, oh man, it's not easy to get me to reach out to you. It's not. And if you happen to be on the other side where you feel like, nah, you was wrong in that situation, then that other person probably not going to be the first to reach out neither. You know how simple it can be when just a mutual party comes in between and says something like, yo, why don't y'all call each other or some shit, man? I was politicking with somebody this past weekend, and I'm not going to say her name. I know she watches my lives a lot. She's not in battle rap. We was politicking about something personal. She told me something personal about her and her family member. And I don't know the family member that she was talking about. I don't know them personally, but just from the outside looking in, what I heard, I started giving her advice about how to handle that situation. When I was giving her advice, I was kind of in a subtle way, very, very subtle and calm way, attacking her, insinuating that you need to be bigger than this and you have a lot of fault here, but doing it real calm, real subtle. Started to cry. Not because I'm hitting her. It's just like, damn, you abusing me, eh? It's because what I'm saying is just like, damn, I'm slipping. Started to cry. I swear on everything. You know what I'm saying? And call me when you see this or text me when you see this, because I know you watch these lives a lot. You tell me you watch these lives a lot. But sometimes that middle person really does a lot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like when I hear certain things, I'm like, what? And Van called me on three-way with Rex. I'm just like, a lot of respect for Van. You know, it's a mutual party. Puts me and Rex in a spot where we can talk now. And I could feel comfortable, and Rex could feel comfortable, and Rex could be respectful, and I could be respectful. We could hash it out, and we get off the phone saying, yo, hit me up, my nigga. Yo, we gonna work, boom, boom. 30 minutes later, best friends. You know what I'm saying? Some of the shit I heard, real whack. Like I said, I only spoke to one party. And this me saying this publicly like this is trying to be that. I just gave this as that example for a reason, that you need sometimes just need multiple bridges to help alleviate some of the ego and some of the pride, and be like, yo, is that fixable, y'all? Because that podcast, I tell battlers all the time, man, build you something outside of rapping. If battle rap stops a year from now, 2 years from now, or if it declines heavy or continues to take a deep dive, leave with something. Leave with something. It could be your YouTube channel. It could be merch that you got going. It could be cologne. It could be sneakers. It could be a store. It could be you got into movies and acting. It could be a podcast that you create, all types of shit. Leave with something. Even if you still right here, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, have something. Have something where you could say, you know, 5, 10 years later, I'm not rapping anymore, but I got all of this from what I built off of rapping. You know what I'm saying? Leave with something. And that podcast, people continue to find transitions and they end up being better than their initial passions very often. You can't tell me that Joe Budden hasn't made more money in media and podcasting than he did in his first passion. I think Joe Budden is one of the best rappers in the world. It's one of my he's possibly my favorite rapper. Go through his mood music series and his 5 mic series and all that type of shit. I create a perfect argument versus anybody. I'll go dumb out for any song you want to put in front of me. Say, put a song in front of me, I'm grabbing dumb out. What you want to do? You want to argue? That's how I fuck with Joe music. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do? You want to pull some other shit? You want me to Dear Diary? What you want me to do? Don't get me in my mood music bag, y'all. Right? But point being, that transition was so strong for Joe, right? Or even for, I could use Queen's Flip too. Queen's Flip, I feel like early on was figuring out what area or what lane he was gonna be in. I got URLs backing and support. I'm in battle rap. Start a league. I got quiet room. I'm blogging. Boom, boom, boom. This. Then the thing with his son and the card took off, and it's like, okay, now I got these opportunities that popped up. You know what I'm saying? I can get on these platforms. I'm meeting these people now, and I can start doing the videos when I incorporate battle rap, but using my social media presence now, running down on battle rappers like, yo, I want to rap. I want to rap. I want to battle. All these different lanes he's getting into. And then even his own channel and his own podcast that he had with G Money, right? Or if he still does it, you know, making his own money on his own channel. And then you end up on Joe Budden podcast. And to me, he's like one of the focal points of this shit. He's like top 3 most important people on that podcast from a chemistry and an entertainment standpoint. I think he is. You know what I'm saying? Transitions. Queen, how much does Queen's Flip really give a fuck about battle rap right now? How much does Joe Budden really give a fuck about rapping right now? He hasn't rapped in years. Math Hoffa probably made more in a year, from my expert opinion, than he did his entire battle rap career. It's crazy. You know, you think Math Hoffa's think about rapping right now? Daylight. I know Daylight wants to battle, but he ain't been. Other than the King Bow shit, what, one battle in like 3 years or some shit like that? He ain't been, right? He's over there transitioning. He's got music and deals and running around with TDE and punching all them guys and all the type transitions. And I haven't said a transition yet that actually was lesser than what they transitioned from. I wonder why. Because battle rap is so lucrative, huh? Well, for a fucking hitman, maybe, but I'll get to that in a second. But peep the game, y'all. Peep the game. Transitions, like, build them. I'm gonna be one of those guys where, I'm always gonna be so connected to battle rap. And as time passes, I'll see people that just ended up in fucked up position. I'll be like, damn, I remember when you was one of our goats, and look where you at now. Damn. You ain't set yourself up for your mid 30s or your late 30s or your 40s or your 50s or your 60s. Damn. Fucked up, huh? You know what I'm saying? And that's not something to laugh at. It's actually fucked up because people live in a moment and they don't build forward enough. You know what I'm saying? People they don't project forward. They don't set up the future enough. Not every setting up of the future got to be a 401k. Don't get it twisted. Some motherfuckers that don't got nothing to do with no credit or no nothing, no 401k, never worked in no corporate America, never got no benefits from a company or nothing like that. They got a couple $100,000 in the bank though, and a lifestyle that fits. Like, even if I'm at my worst, what I got in my bank will suffice for at least a 5-year period until I figure out what the fuck just went left. You got people that move like that, man. It's like, you gotta set yourself up, man, and seeing people being able to transition into areas that they can be, I guess, more consistent in. Battlers can't be consistent with the current setup of battle rap. You're still at fault to the fans. You're still at fault to your opponent. You're still at fault to the league. You're still at fault to the politics. All those things create variables for you to say whether you do or you don't eat, or even if you do eat, how much you eat. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you take like a DJ Academics, he's a millionaire, right? Off of just talking shit, talking talking to a fan base, right? It's built that up over years, from the war in Chirac to today, and on Twitch and on YouTube and all that type of shit. Just talk millionaire. Vladdy, like, interview motherfuckers, millionaire, off of just talking to people and getting people's perspective and talking shit. You know what I'm saying? When you get into these pockets where you can be consistent, that's the most important. Because even if you feel like, well, right now when I'm battling, I'm able to get $10,000 a battle, but how consistent is? Can you say that you're doing that guaranteed 12 months a year? No, you can't. A lot of people can't say that shit. You see people scrambling all over, switch right now, making this, oh, got sidetracked here because I love all this type of shit. All this league didn't call me. This league mad at me. All types of shit. Nothing gonna stop Rosenberg Raw or Eazy The Block Captain for cutting on the camera every Tuesday and doing a podcast, but them. I just want to bring that all full circle. Use that whole point to also push Eazy and Raw. If it can't be fixed, it can't be fixed. If it can, it should be. I'll leave it like that. All right. Let's get to this real quick. Hitman Holla's PayPal post. It's everywhere at this point. Now people talking about it. It's a real post. It's Holla's real money. It's Holla's real PayPal. Doesn't make Hitman feel like this. Doesn't make millionaires feel like this. It's regular for people that are of that level of and stature. It really is, right? You're not really supposed to flip your lid, because some of these people then earned the right to say, every event I'm buying a new car. Some of these motherfuckers are saying, every event I'm buying a new house or a new investment property. I don't know who that is, but some people do that. After every event, they're buying a new investment property or a new car, or they're putting another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 in the bank, or they're treating themselves to this, or they're treating themselves to that, or all types of shit behind the scenes. Some people show it, some people don't. A lot of people can't. Let's be honest. I think that is also so shocking to people because there's not a lot of people that can do that. Verb was in spaces with 3 Letter Man. pimping and shit. My nigga Verb was in there saying, like, I'm gonna tell all the hoes, if y'all pay me or some shit, I'm gonna set up a system where I can tell y'all who's getting money, when they getting money, and when to go. They're gonna trick off on you and when to go get them niggas for their bread. He's in there pimping. Like, shout out to fucking only Verb could do that. Verb is crazy. This nigga Verb said. But Verb is in there also trying to give some game. Here's the thing about Verb. I feel like because Verb is so entertaining, and because when he talks, he's talking like he's pimping. He playing with y'all a lot, you know what I'm saying? He's talking shit and whatnot. I think because of the way he talks and the way he comes off, you might assume that he's bullshitting a little bit. He's not bullshitting a lot of the times. It's just his delivery. It's just his style of talk. It's just him also having fun with it and making it entertaining for himself as well as y'all. Look how double folded that be, or triple folded. I'm giving you gems, believe it or not, right? I'm being me, and I'm also marketing myself to these other check cutters all at the same time. All at the same time. You get in spaces with Verb, you feel like he's just talking shit. And when I hear Verb say, like, oh no, like the B-listers in the industry ain't fucking with us, and some of the top 20 battlers, or at least 20 of us could go pick up a cop salary, pick up a quick 30 after a quick phone call and say, yo, give me 30 and I'm there. Like, people get shocked. Now, one reason y'all get shocked is because it's far and few. If we have 5,000 battlers and only 20 of them can do that, that's not good for our industry. We need more stars. We need more draws. People that could really draw that type of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that I could be on vacation and they can take me off of vacation. Like, oh fuck, here go the tornado again, man. It's $1 million in you know what I'm saying, calling. Let me go work. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really pay attention. Like, Verb is not necessarily just trying to play with y'all. He's giving y'all a lot of truth in this shit. It's just that y'all don't want to listen. And when Hitman Holla posts that shit, when he's battling Calicoe, I think at the end of his first round, he says, I made $1 million off of battle rap. Can none of you niggas say that? I guess y'all think he's lying. Or I get it. There'd be irony in certain shit, right? But you can't irony the PayPal, and that's his real PayPal. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Soldier Boy or some shit where you can go like Google and find the same screenshot from somebody else and be like, oh no, that ain't your plane, that's his plane. There's only one of those screenshots that belongs to Hitman Holla. You know what I'm saying? On the web. You can NFT it. Oh, look how I think real quick. Are NFTs even still a thing? But off that. But here's the thing. I went back, I watched my own blog of when, there was posts and reports that Hitman may or may not have made a $500,000 from one of his battles on RBE or whatever the case may be. And I'm not here to validate or invalidate anything, right? But I went back and I watched that blog. Some of y'all are putting clips of that blog up underneath Hitman's post on Twitter of when I was talking. And I think I was really coming from 3 angles with that blog, because I watched it back and I was like, damn, I still can say all of that same shit today. And I said this years ago. I was like, I said this in like 2021. I was like, I could say it again in 2023. I think one of the things I was doing was I was putting surf in its place, right? And once again, I always talk and I always speak very comfortably when I reference surf, because I said this when he was here, let alone when he's gone, and free that man. You know what I'm saying? So, I think at the time, Surf put some shit on Twitter. He was like, don't know ARP got more money than Surf? And I read that too. I was crying, laughing. And I was just pointing. And I did a couple blogs. I was like pointing out the things that are like key markers for me while we're nowhere in the same dimension. When I was like, did the blog on like the air thing, or the air whatever heater, or the space heater, and the picture that fell, like we had some good exchanges, man. So we had some classic exchanges. But I then folded that into a point of saying, okay, Hitman is saying certain things about the money that he makes. And I had to be careful with that, because Hitman could speak on what he really does and who he really is, but people are so fucking ignorant in how they react to that and so incorrect about how they react to that at times. It can hurt me. And that's one point I was making in that blog. I could count on one hand or two hands how many people can do that. But I got all these other people that I'm doing business with. So if I negotiate somebody for $500, they might look at me away. People count each other pockets all the fucking time. It's crazy how much people count each other pockets. I could literally have somebody that has done business with me for 10 fucking years and be like, what you mean I can't get an extra $1,000 or $2,000 on top of this? You know, Hitman gets this. And I'm just like, yo, the logic is missing so bad. The logic to me is just like, it's so fucking wild to me how people just skip over the fact that 1 + 1 will always equal 2. You can't change that. You cannot change that. You take somebody like me, experienced 10 years, knows the market, knows the battle rappers, has all these numbers. I worked with all these God tiers. I don't care if it's Holla or Cassidy or Mook or Hitman or Verb or Arsenal or DNA. I work with all of these guys. You know what I'm saying? I got all of these numbers, all these baselines, all these metrics, all these ticket sale points. I was on the phone with Holla one time and I told him, I said, I can compare 1 week out, one day out, 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out of how many tickets were sold here. Because I have all that type of data. And if you're in my shoes, it's smart to have that type of data. You create these points where it helps you now negotiate. It helps you now forecast. It helps you budget. You know what I'm saying? Because a budget can go as big as a draw. I would budget a $5 million event if it was going to make $6 million. Are y'all catching what I'm saying? That means that the money's got to be made. It's got to be generated. Okay? So I don't give a fuck if Holla puts up $456 or $456,000. I don't care. Because you got to assume if you're smart, if he can put up something that could reflect, I may have gotten paid a half a ticket, then maybe a ticket and a half came in. You see what I'm saying? But if you can't do that, you can't ask for it. And that's one thing I really wanted to say in that blog, because I was just like, Hitman talking his shit, but I know what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with a lot of pocket watches. I'm dealing with a lot of stupid people that just think like I can rap better or I can perform better or I'm on the same card. Or I think my matchup's more important to the fans or whatever. So let me at least get this. But I could tell, like, if I put you, I had some of the biggest names in the main event, and watch how that room fills up, or watch what that pay-per-view or that VOD does. Intake 4 people. I'm gonna tell you something behind the scenes, man. Going back and forth with Wayne and Lawrence, they want a VOD for y'all on October 14th and October 15th. So they put the play together for y'all. Hey, y'all, go give me a VOD for this card. I said, okay. You know one thing that Lawrence said? He said, I want to see what they draw. That's what he said. And then they go back and forth to decide the price point that even helps them to decide, oh, you can't sell this? You can't sell a couple hundred of these? That's what Lawrence said to me. I want to see what they can draw as well. I mean, VOD is still part of it, the business of me being able to put money into an event, possibly, and then make sure I make my money back. Yeah. But I also want to see what they can draw. You on this intake 4 card, better be a couple hundred people in that building. It's 21 battles, 22 battles. Or else I start putting the calls and say, Lawrence and Wayne, what you wasting your time for with them? Go with these people. They was able to do better. Because if the business can't match the talent and all we got to bring to the table is the talent, the budget comes down. Can't even afford to do a VOD. A VOD within itself costs money. 21, 22 battles. That's a lot of bandwidth. You know how much it costs to take a max out around the world, pay-per-view, and then VOD for 3, 4, 5 weeks? It's a lot of bandwidth. You know how much a pay-per-view costs within itself? And then ask some of these rich battle rappers to cut the middleman out. They won't. They don't. How much does the pay-per-view alone cost? Oh, no, I'm good. ARP, Smack, Beasley, Rem. Y'all do that shit. I'm good. I'm trying to tell you what I know. All right. Intake 4, watching the business. 2, think Lawrence and Wing are stupid. Think they just there to see who's nice, the nicest? No. They better watch the business side too. It matters. Or else you can fail your area of RBE if you can't flip the business. And it's on y'all to show what y'all could do. Same thing going back to anybody that can see a post like that, a PayPal like that. I'm like, oh, word. I got a couple of text messages like that. Think I didn't when I did. People forget that blog that I put out. That's why I'm here again to just let me say it again. Go watch that blog that I put up. Go watch it. Let me say it again. Don't you dare in your mind start to develop any type of hate or resentment about, oh, word, that if you can't draw that. Because there's no Santa Claus. Well, there was a couple There's a couple people that came in. They didn't know they threw around too much money or whatever. Boom, boom, boom. And it was one and done. No experienced league owners are here to play Santa Claus. I want some gifts under the tree too. All right. You know what that means? At least somebody like me that try to do fair business. All right. You want 2, I want at least 1. Now, motherfucker do the card thing. You know what I'm saying? 1 for you, 1 for me. 2 for you, 1, 2 for me. 3 for you, 1, 2, 3 for me. Even if it's that you're in your favor for that, I got to get something too. I'm not here to just say, oh, you want $500,000? Here's $500,000. And then another $500,000 for the whole rest of the event, the pay-per-view, the battlers, everything until now it's $1 million budget. And then 300 grand come back. That person that wanted 500, I'm going to look at him. I'm like, you was the biggest piece. So I look to you as far as the biggest piece of the failure. The same thing happens in corporate America. That's why the big salaries get cut first when there's cuts in a company. We spoke about that on this channel too. This VP over here, what's he doing? He's just saying yes or no to a couple people. The real people underneath him that can make decisions. This manager and this manager right here can do his job. Cut that VP salary. We're good. Give him a severance package. All right. Allegedly, all due respect, maybe that's what you should have did with Norbs. Get him in a severance. But anyway. Real quick, Big K. I got 2 more topics. Big K. I want to ask y'all honest opinion. Honest opinion, y'all. We saw a majority of the culture concluding that Big K and Eazy The Block Captain were your champion of the year front runners, right? Eazy, the consensus across the entire culture, all the bloggers, all the fans, they have just given Eazy The Block Captain a clear loss versus the most important battle that he had this year. And here's the reason why I say that. His biggest battle of the year is versus Hitman Holla. The numbers show it, the turnout shows it, the pay-per-view, the attendance in the building, the viewership on the YouTube, even though this shit might go a little crazy on YouTube when they drop it because this viral nature, this 3rd round and shit, that might do something when they drop it on YouTube. But anyway, definitely the biggest battle. And you could ask Rem dollar for dollar which one made her more money, right? Like I could see it, let alone that she knows it. The most important battle though, because we talked about all these 2 guys on similar paths, the 2 front-running kings of this newer era. It's really like, and I think that's even why they did Geechee versus Twerk, the Genesis card that was in Atlanta, the same day that we did in Atlanta Ill Will versus 40 Cal. You had all that controversy. Remember? That's why I definitely remember when they launched Caffeine with that Twerk and Geechee, and the storyline was which one is the king. Geechee clearly won that battle, and then for years to come, he went on as the champion of the year, and they called him the face of battle rap. We're asked Geechee, how many interviews are you the face of URL? He would say, I'm not the face of URL, I'm the face of battle rap. This is all researchable facts. Eazy comes out and emerges. Everybody takes to him as a current king, deservingly so. The man's been going crazy. They collide. That's an important battle. That was Eazy The Block Captain's most important battle. It's way more important from a legacy standpoint than the Hitman battle. It's way more important than the Reed battle. Don't even ask me if it's more important than the Diz battle. He lost his most important battle this year. Doesn't mean that Eazy the Block Captain is who he is. I'm not up here with the cape on for Big K like people would probably expect. I'm keeping it 1,000. Okay. Big K could have lost his most important battle this year, which would have either been A Ward or Murder Mook. You decide based on the storylines, right? Or the timing. The Mook thing was a timing. You get what people consider the logo, what people would say one of the biggest names in battle rap history, right? Or the A Ward, the Grudge. It's like, let's settle this once and for all. Some of y'all was going with the White Rapid, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you pick which is more important. But if you a Big K, he's got Blackout coming up. I don't even know who he's battling on Blackout, to be honest. I gotta ask him. You know I ain't gonna spread the news. But does he take that battle, try to catch a clear win there, or at minimum debatable? Can't take any clear losses right now. If you were Big K, if like let's say Chrome tried to do Eazy versus Big K in December, would you take that battle with the competitive nature of you take that battle and say, war is war. I'm a competitor. You asking me to fight? Let's fight. Do you do that? Or do you go chessboard route and you say, yeah, I'll fight you, but I'll fight you on my watch. You're not going to use me to rebound off of your loss and try to get back into contention off of me. You had your own path to do that. So battle me in January, February. Let me go ahead and collect this $10, $15, $20,000 check and belt from champion, which I feel like I deserve. I feel like it's my time. Let me be on my chessboard. Business, and I get to have my cake and eat it too. Which one would you do? I'm just curious. I want to see Eazy versus Big K either way. When is up to the league involved and these two guys. But I do feel like Eazy was just knocked below Big K. Does that mean that the race is over? No. Because if Eazy has another battle and he wins and Big K loses at Blackout, whoop, right back. Even though Eazy's loss is the most significant, because I don't think Big K is going to have a battle that's more important than Eazy battling Geechee. I just laid out that whole story, reason why and logic why. I don't think he's going to close out the year with a battle more important than that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know what matchup would be built up as important and have that type of history behind it by the end of 2023 for Big K. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's a little bit of gray area there. It's all subjective and it comes down to the champion panel just doing what they do. But what would you do? You know what I'm saying? What would you do? Does Eazy need to get back in the ring ASAP and go catch himself a W? Because I'll be real. I was even, being reserved when Rem was talking her shit because it was her being interviewed, a couple weeks ago. And she's like, I think I got battle of the year. You don't, Rem. But like let's say in my biased opinion, let's say I believe that you have the league of the year, you could say league owner of the year, you could say environment of the year, the blue room, series of the year, blue room, card of the year, max out 3, battle of the year, A Verb versus A Ward, or Ill Will versus Hollow, or Hitman versus Will, whatever, take your pick, right? Battle of the year, bar of the year, close my eyes and hit something, or Glock 40 to your bitch at. All of this shit, clean sweep in the year, battler of the year coming from RBE, Big K, clean sweep in this shit, paid check of the year, all that shit, right? Let's say just a super, super clean sweep like that. The thing about that, when you come down to the end of it though, you know what I'm saying? And once again, it's all subjective, it's all personal preference. There's no way to really 100% gauge this shit. You just can't. But round of the year, RBE's gonna fall back. We're gonna take an L there because I gotta call a spade if I'm gonna be up here and be honest with y'all as always. If I want to sit back and be like, yo, round of the year, pick one from Ill Will or Hollow, or round of the year, Big K's first versus A Ward, or Big K's first versus Young Ill, or Young Ill's third, or pick one from Hitman versus Ill Will, or 40. Like, it's just so many crazy classic, or A Verb's first round. There's so many classic rounds that have come out that can be round of the year contenders. But Geechee just took round of the year. We got to be honest here. He just came in here towards the latter part of the year, and he just took round of the year. Impact wise, you just can't touch it. Like nothing has done this in a long time, let alone this year. Nothing has just gone around the internet globe like this in a long time. So yeah, Geechee just took rounded year, which means that rounded year also belongs to Chrome. So when we get down to all these judgments or whatever, drop a comment. How would you move if you was Big K? Just curious, just curious. Last topic before I get out of here, I want to get off of battle rap. I want to say something real quick about Stephen A. Smith. We've all watched Stephen A. Smith over the years. I'm gonna keep it 1,000, man. At sometimes I thought Stephen A. Smith fell into his what's the best way to put it? A little Uncle Tomish, maybe. At times I felt that way towards him. Probably because I felt like maybe he injustice situations and black situations, I've seen him stand correctly in where he needed to stand. But there's also times where I've seen him just a little bit, just if you catch what I'm saying, just a little bit. Stephen, also, I know people so well, man. Like you could put me in a jail cell. You could put me, I don't, God forbid, all right, knock on wood. You put me in a jail cell. You put me in a room with killers. You put me in a room in corporate America. I understand any language. I understand any body language and people. Like I just had that neo about me over the years, and I have experiences in all different fields amongst all different types of walks of people. And I see the corporate America on him so heavy, rightfully so, because of the position that he's in. And he references them a lot. And sometimes I think people interpret that like you clearly show and say that saying the word master is a little bit too much, but the higher ups, and he says like, the big wigs or whatever. He plays corporate America in a way where you feel like that can't be 100% genuine you because you're playing the game underneath them people over you. The white men that's pulling the strings and cutting your check. Okay. He's given those indications over the years. But I do want to say this. I've developed a whole new perspective and whole new respect for Stephen A. Smith after watching, and I've always fucked with him and I've always been entertained by him. I never took anything I've seen from him on the past as like, oh, nothing crazy. I just feel like I've seen, like, you see what I'm saying? I know y'all with me. I just seen a little, But man, I just watched him on Joe Budden's podcast. And he explained how he ended up with Shannon Sharpe on his show now. Did y'all see that? Damn, I got a lot of respect for Stephen A. Smith. So when Shannon Sharpe was leaving his show with Skip Bayless, and we seen an episode, it brought him to tears. He had his daughters and his family in the studio there that day. And, he was saying, Skip, I gave you everything that I had. Because people don't realize how powerful Skip is. In that lane and in that field, he's one of them guys. He's a power figure. Whether you like his old ass or not, he's one of them. He helped Stephen A. get on, right? Everybody talks about that. Stephen A. talks about that all the time. But, we see Shannon up there. We felt and we thought it was because Skip and Shannon was colliding. We seen the blow ups with them arguing. Oh, you want to disrespect me over Tom Brady? And that you don't even know I'm your friend, blah, blah. You want to shit on my career, my whole. But we've seen the clashing. We've seen the times where they clashed over even serious worldly topics, and then they had to we knew oh, let's tune in and see what these two guys gonna look at, and we kind of smelled it coming, but they gave us no indication that Shannon Sharpe was being pushed out. The indication that we got, that I definitely got, I interpreted the whole vibe and what was being said as if Shannon Sharpe then had enough of working with Skip and he was moving on. That's what I was seeing. That's damn near what was portrayed. But corporate America, man, corporate America is a place where they'll take a VP, They'll fire him in private. But the public notice that'll go out is that he's retiring. That happens all the time in corporate America. And them shows is corporate America on times a million. Corporate America on fire. Super corporate. Super corporate. That's why you see Stephen A. Smith on Joe Budden podcast. Oh, now he gets to curse. You can barely catch that man cursing on camera because he's got corporate America and that type of situation to uphold. The big wigs that he always alludes to above his head, right? But back to this situation of Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. coming together. He says one of the reasons why it's not, well, pretty much the reason why Shannon Sharpe is on that show now with Stephen A. is because he knows the truth that Shannon Sharpe was being pushed out. He's essentially being fired. And he looked at that and he said, nah, I remember when I was in those shoes. I remember when I felt like I was being blackballed because I done lost my job and I was unemployed for X amount of months and the calls wasn't coming in. I couldn't get no job, couldn't get no interviews. I'm just like, oh, what's going on? And I didn't feel like people that should have came and got me, despite the work. I know what it was like. So when I saw Shannon in that situation, knowing that he was pushed out, I went to the higher ups and I said, let's bring him in. And they may have had little small reservations about touching him at that time. And I said, no. I got him. Bring Shannon in with me. I got him. Oh my God. If that is 100% true, infinite respect for Stephen A. Smith for that. Because you see one of your brothers, and when I say brother, you can correlate that in multiple ways. You can say another black man that deserves his position. Because we know in our community, we got a lot of crab in the barrel shit. So when a black man gets an opportunity to pull another black man up, is beautiful in those positions of power, right? So you got that element. Then you got my brother of just saying another person that just was out here doing a good job and doesn't deserve to be done like this. And I have the power to put him back where he deserves to be, in front of the people talking about sports. Man, when I saw Stephen A. breaking down that story on Joe Budden podcast, man, I said, yeah, man. Despite the little symbols or whatever that I've seen from over the years, I understand in his position, he gotta dance a little bit. You always gotta dance in corporate America. You have to dance a little bit in corporate America. That's just how it is. You think battle rap has politics? Okay, go over there and see what happens. That's why I be laughing at battle rappers. I want to go to the music industry. I'm like, you can't conduct yourself in battle rap. The fuck you think's gonna happen up there when you sign these major deal contracts and all that shit? You think you're gonna miss your flight or choke or just cancel that? Can't do that. Only Rihanna could do that shit. Cancel a tour and shit. But nah, man, Stephen A, man, like go check that out. I didn't know. That's why Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless split, because Shannon was being pushed out. Some of us thought that Skip was gonna end up getting fired the way he was acting. You know what I'm saying? So, man, for Stephen A. Smith, dope. That was dope, man. I gained a lot more. I always respected the man. Gained a lot more respect from hearing him break that down on Joe Budden podcast, how he went and got that man that didn't deserve to be getting done the way he was getting done. That's dope, because he could just be a hater, or he could just be somebody who's like, well, I got mines. Or he could just be like somebody that's like, oh, just less competition in the field for me. More ratings for me. I don't got to compete with Shannon Sharpe. What Shannon Sharpe brings to the table ratings wise now. Could look at it like that, man. And sometimes people will feel like that. They ain't gonna say it. They ain't gonna, I mean, but they be like you see a league owner that or a battler that quits. Sometimes some of these people internally be like, yes, more for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went and got him. That was dope, man. That was dope, Stephen A. Shout out to Stephen A for that. All right, super time. And then I'm out of here, y'all. RBE, salute. Appreciate that. Salute ARP, what we discussing today. Hopefully you stuck around. And if not, definitely hit that rewind, man. We definitely touched on some talk. I have 1 day of PTO left. Can you tell me what the next event is? I know if we get another event before the year ends, it's up. I really appreciate that you would reserve your 1 day of PTO left for RBE. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Battle Rap Booth, salute. I appreciate you. Thank you for passing through with the super. Definitely. Mr. Diesel 1298. Max Out 3 was classic. Everyone did their thing. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for that, homie. I really appreciate that. Trillion Truly, thank you for the super. RBE is the NBA now. I really appreciate that. I don't think anybody was really the NBA. I think people just used that to create the vision. This is the Super Bowl. This is the NBA. And it works because marketing is marketing. But if you're the NFL and you host a Super Bowl and somebody else has the Super Bowl, does that mean that the Super Bowl isn't real or was never real? So that's what I'm trying to say. Like you just gotta. I never fell into models or nothing. Like when people try to teach y'all and put into y'all minds that it only counts here. It's like, all right, as long as they click in, they realize that it was a dope battle. Sooner or later, those walls will come down. And that's not going to work for so long. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of clever little 48 laws of power mentalities in certain places, but I've always thought above that. My mental operates on a way higher level than that. So, salute. Kendall Outlaw. You should get ETBC and Rosenberg together and fix this. It's not my place to fix. I just wanted to put my opinion out there, and hopefully that's good energy for those two brothers. But only they could fix something if they feel like it's fixable or should be fixed. But I appreciate that, Kendall. New members in the building. Shout out to O'Shea72. If you're a new member, you can go watch Calicoe versus Goodz right now. Everybody else just got to wait till the 7 p.m. No, not 7 p.m. The 6 p.m. Eastern premiere today. But you can go watch it right now if you want, O'Shea. Salute to the new members in the building. Jermaine Anderson, shout out to ARP for talking grown. We need this in the battle rap community. Y'all youngins, please pay attention when grown folks is talking. By the way, I'm 44 and still listen to some of the things, some that's younger. Jermaine Anderson, I'm gonna give you a quick tidbit there. I've always been the type of person where I don't say, if you don't have X, Y, and Z, you can't tell me nothing. If you ain't rich, you can't tell me nothing. If you don't got more than me, you can't tell me nothing. If you don't got a better chick than me or a better car than me or a bigger house than me, you can't tell me nothing. Ignorant and stupid. I've said plenty of times before, you could learn from a bum on the street. Ask him how he got there. Get that gem of how to avoid you sitting in that same fucking spot. I just learned something, right? Could learn from anywhere at any time and anyone. So you can be 44. You will learn, hopefully, into the day where you leave this earth. And I would love to do the same. So thank you for being open-minded and having a very mature mentality, Jermaine. We need people like that. Members in the building. Cassidy versus Big K. Pretty please. Y'all drop in the comments right now. How bad do y'all want to see Big K versus Cassidy? Drop in the comments. Kendall Outlaw back another one. Stephen A. Smith was so upset when he found out Shannon Sharp left disputed, but didn't care when Max Kellerman was let go from First Take. Interesting. So I don't know about how he felt about Max Kellerman leaving, but I know that him and Max, he said it. He said it unapologetically that he felt that him and Max had maxed out. No pun intended. So he felt like, I need some change. And but he also said, whether he's being honest or not, that he felt that Max would land well, meaning that Max has enough cachet, enough reputation, enough resume, enough ability to land and get another job just well. Just making sure that we stop hurting what I believe I have. And I could understand that. And if that's really what his mentality was, as he said, then I could respect it. Red Money 504. Would you ever consider booking Big K versus Jones? We did book Big K versus Jones, and I would book it again. I did see a thumbnail that I need to go click of Serious Jones on 15 Minutes of Fame. And he's sitting on, it looks like a porch, and he looks like he borrowed Loaded Lux's hat from the fucking Hollow the Don battle on UW. It looks horrible. Jones is sitting up there wearing that black leather hat. He looks like a fake Black Panther. I can't wait until I end this live and go watch that interview to see how funny that fucking hat looks on Jones. So shout out to Big K, shout out to Jones. Yes, we would do that match. Popular opinion. Thank you everybody for the supers once again, as always. Dude that keeps giving you these $100 super chats should have gotten that signed poster. Oh yes, I do still have the third signed poster. And yes, documentals, I need to find them on social media and try to do a little bit more homework on the homie. But sometimes, like I said in our previous one, he doesn't have to be doing it for a particular reason. It could just be somebody that feels like, yo, I fuck with this guy, or I fuck with this channel, or I fuck with both. And it's just a genuine thing I'm doing, of passing energy and passing karma. And the way that I can pass it on this channel by watching this content is dropping homie $100 super every time. And I appreciate it. That's love. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be coming from no hidden agenda or nothing like that. As far as the third signed poster, I got mine hanging up right now. The only person that didn't sign it is Arsenal. When I bump into Arsenal, I'm gonna make mine a 1-on-1. I gave one to Gerald McCoy in the building. And the third one, I think I know who I'm gonna give it to by the end of this year. And I'll speak about it on the channel. So shout out to everybody for the supers. That was the last one. All right, we was here for an hour and a half. Appreciate everybody riding out. If you missed any of this live, we spoke about a lot of gems, covered a bunch of topics, said some real important things. So go ahead, rewind and find. There's more to find. A couple hours from now, 6 p.m. Eastern, you will be getting Goodz versus Calicoe dropping 3 for 3 classic releases. Is that what it is? Y'all tune in tonight. Let me know how y'all feel about the fully produced full edit by Ruin Your Day. Let me know if that footage still feels classic on camera, y'all. I'll be in the comments with y'all. I'll be on a live chat with y'all as that video is premiering, seeing what y'all are saying about each round back and forth of Calicoe versus Goodz. I feel like they had an amazing performance on both sides. So I'll see y'all in a couple hours, man. Appreciate y'all rocking out. All right, it's your boy. I'm out of here.